What's up, everyone? Welcome to Sports Bluff, the show where you come to feel smarter about yourselves. I'm Tristan Bunn, alongside my friend, my fellow football fool, Ryan Lambert, ready to talk about some NFL football, bluff our way through the season. Ryan, some interesting news this week. Deshaun Watson's going to undergo season-ending shoulder surgery. That's it.
Say that five times
out.
fast.
I'm not going to. Not going to try. It's done. It's over after playing what became the best half of football of the year for him against the Ravens, leading the team back for the win. He's out. The season is over. They're turning to the rookie, DTR from Stanford. That's what it looks like. The question I have to ask, are the Browns still a playoff threat without Deshaun Watson?
This is an interesting question because, they're turning to the rookie quarterback, Dorian Robinson.
Thompson Robinson, yeah.
People that have two last names, I refuse to say both of them. So Dorian Thompson Robinson, it just doesn't sound right to say.
Just pick one.
Please, for the love. But, I think it really just all depends on how this rookie plays, And I think
really,
as far as the FPI, they had him at 15% making the playoffs with Deshaun prior to the injury. After his injury, it's down to 6%. So it's not looking...
That's interesting because I feel like they were a sure thing with Deshaun to squeak in. I mean, they were playing well.
I mean, the AFC's loaded, dude. So I think that had something to do with it. But I think now, obviously, with Deshaun out, it's looking a little bleak for the Browns. And I don't think I know their defense is great. And I know their running game's pretty good. But I don't think that's enough to get them into the playoffs with a rookie quarterback this season. Maybe I'm wrong, but even with Deshaun, they looked a little shaky. But Deshaun did play. What's the sad part is he played his best half, like you said, this past weekend. And
started horribly. First half against the Ravens was atrocious.
Yeah.
And then he turned it on and was making some money throws with a hurt shoulder. So it's like it was finally a glimpse of the Deshaun Watson Cleveland fans were probably hoping for. That's probably what Deshaun Watson was hoping for. And then it's over like that. It feels like he can't get out of his own way. Not saying it's his fault. It just kind of feels like he almost doesn't want to play. I'm not putting the shoulder. Obviously, he can't help the shoulder injury. But either way, I think most people that would say yes to this question would be because of the defense. Like you said, this defense has been the best in the league. They've been a top unit. But I agree with you. No matter how good the defense is, you still have to have a average level of quarterback play, right? Because that defense gave up 31 to the Ravens. You know what I mean? They had to score more points than Baltimore. And with that division so tight, I mean, the Steelers have the same record as them, and then Baltimore is a game ahead. I don't know how you can get there without having competent quarterback play.
Well, so they're also playing the Steelers, this weekend, which the Steelers are coming off a pretty hot game, and I have a feeling that the Steelers may put it to them and possibly pull up an upset this weekend. And then the rest of their season isn't a cakewalk. They have the Jags to play. They have the Broncos right after the Steelers. The Broncos obviously just took down my Bills, took down your Chiefs. And the
Broncos are playing good football, right?
They are. It's a different team than week 3 when Miami scored 70 points on them. Completely different team. So I think they will be a problem for the Browns. I do think that they play the Texans, the Jets, the Bengals. I mean, it's a rough schedule even with Deshaun in place.
That's true.
With him out, rookie coming in, I know he's an athletic dude from UCLA, but it's going to be a big mountain to climb for him. If he can do it, well then, look, we've had good luck with rookie quarterbacks lately, except for Bryce Young. But other than that, we've had really good luck with most rookie quarterbacks, barring injury, Anthony Richardson. So maybe he surprises us. I don't think he will. I think he'll keep the Browns afloat until Deshaun gets back, probably midway through next year. If they don't, or if he just completely fails the rest of this season, I do think you see the Browns maybe look around the quarterback market and try to pick up somebody, a veteran guy, and try to work him into the fold.
Well, that's where they made the mistake, though. They let Josh Dobbs walk. Yeah. Like, how perfect would it be right now for Josh Dobbs to come in and take over for this team? They would be not just a threat to make the playoffs, they'd be a threat to win playoff games with Josh Dobbs playing quarterback. They said, nah, we're fine. We're going to go with P.J. Walker and the rookie from UCLA. Thank you. I said Stanford. Essentially the same thing, right? But it's still possible that he plays well. I think he started one game this year, but he didn't get the reps. He was thrown in. So we're going to see. I thought he was average in college. I thought he was decent from the little bit of tape I did watch of him, but I didn't really think about the schedule. Like you said, you look at that, even if you have Deshaun, that stretch is tough. I mean, the Steelers, they're 6-3. They're ugly. No one likes watching them, but they win football games. Denver, they're going to play you tough. The Rams, any given Sunday. Jaguars, Chicago, Texans. Chicago's the only cakewalk there. And I think the Cleveland defense is going to keep them in a lot of these games. So they're going to be able to stay close. The question is, can the rookie quarterback make some plays in the fourth quarter? I don't know.
I think it all boils down, and I know this is a little simple, I guess, simplistic way of looking at things. I think it boils down to third downs. Is the offense able to stay on the field and extend drives? Because if they are, it's going to give the defense a chance to rest and potentially get you a win on whatever team you're playing that week, right?
Right.
So I think it comes down to that. Is Dorian Thompson able to, I'll switch that up the rest of the year, I promise you.
One or the other.
Is he able to extend drives, keep the offense just on the field? I mean, he's going to have to score points, but more so than anything, he's going to have to give this defense a time to rest, because you can be the best defense in the world, but if you're on the field constantly, you're going to get worn down by the end of the third, beginning of the fourth quarter, and then, whatever offense. You get worn down on the Bengals, they're just going to run it down your throat in the fourth quarter, and Joe Burrow's going to dissect you. So, I mean, you have a great defense, but it doesn't matter if you're gassed.
That's a really good point. And you say it's simplistic, but sometimes football is simple. I've seen people say,
X's and O's, baby.
we like to overcomplicate football. Even a lot of these coaches are overcomplicating football. We've seen Justin Fields say that. He was like, I'm thinking too much. I just need to go out there and play. Sometimes you just need to go out there and play. And I guess that is what defines a good quarterback. It's like, yeah, can you make the throw on first down? Are you confident? But when you get to 3rd and 7, or even worse, 3rd and 12, you don't have a ton of plays that you feel confident with. Can you go out there 3rd and 12, your first read's not there, and can you keep the play alive, keep the drive going? Because you kind of nailed it, man. That's the key. He doesn't have to be fantastic, but he has to maintain drives and rhythm for the offense just so the defense can stay healthy, stay rested, and do their part. I think they're going to make a fight out of it. They're going to go down swinging. It's totally dependent on DTR's play, because while he doesn't have to be superb, he does have to be average, right? He has to meet a certain level if they want to make the AFC playoffs. And we'll see if he can do that.
Yeah, that's going to be a big pair of shoes to fill. Now, I know Watson had struggles early from coming back, but I still think that Watson obviously is miles ahead of DTR. I like that you shortened it.
Yes.
That's what I'll roll with now. But if he could just play as good as, I mean, I'm not even asking for an amazing performance. If he could play as good as a Jimmy G at San Francisco, or Derek Carr,
Gardner Minshew.
If he could just play as good as some of these guys, these lower tier quarterbacks, I think they still have a shot. Better than 6% in my mind. But honestly, the way the AFC is shaking out, man, there's a lot of good teams, and there's a lot of good teams on a hot streak right now. It's going to be hard for the Browns to overcome the rest of the AFC.